Over 80% of ocean plastic leaks from land-based sources. Even if you don't live near the ocean, chances are your plastic garbage has found its way to the sea. The Great Lakes in North America are a good example. 80% of the litter along the shorelines of these majestic lakes is plastic. What trash doesn't remain on the shoreline or sink into the lake sediment flows through the canals and river systems, through the St. Lawrence Seaway, and into the Atlantic Ocean. These Great Lakes are just one example. This level of plastic debris is found all around the world. Thousands of years of agriculture and industry have made the Med one of the most polluted bodies of water on the planet. About 8 million tons of plastic is dumped into the world's oceans every year. More than 50% of marine debris, including plastic, sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
Ahoy!
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Popov.
We're going more.
Good to see you.
I met up with filmmaker Mike Degree, a marine biologist and also an experienced submersible pilot.
It'll be interesting to see just how far-reaching it really is to be this far offshore and see whether the plastic that we know is coming from that direction is winding up out in the depths out here,
Yeah.
right?
I'm really looking forward to, of course, diving the sub, but diving the sub in the Med, a place that has more fishing impact than most bodies of water on the planet.
Remora pour surface, il faudra évoluer sur plus profond et on va continuer à essayer de voir si on peut trouver des plastiques en descendant un peu.
Hey Mike, it's Tanya. Can you tell me what you're seeing down there?
You turn the light on, and you're descending through these particles.
Well, welcome to the bottom of the ocean, Tanya.
I wish you were down here watching this operation.
If you weren't hogging the sub, I would be down there.
So we're just under 400 meters now. Almost 1,200, about 1,200 feet. And now we're starting to see a plastic bottle, exactly. We're now starting to see more and more plastic, more and more tires and pieces of metal, and just absolutely disregard for the bottom, really. It's just junk everywhere. Fishing line is a really dangerous thing to see in a submarine. You can get entangled in it and stuck to the bottom. Not a good thing. Tanya, this is Remora. We are right in front of a pretty good sized bundle of plastic.
Is there any chance that you can grab some of it with the manipulator?
That's exactly what we're going to do.
It looks like a lift bag. On dit un lift bag? C'est what?
C'est les parachutes de... C'est les parachutes, c'est des systèmes d'écoute pour torsions sous-marins et tout comme ça.
We saw unexploded bombs, old parachutes, and plenty of plastic rubbish. Our scientists commissioned a small, remotely operated vehicle to travel over 1.5 miles down to the deep trenches.
The ROV is coming down, which is kind of cool.
Here, where the daylight never reaches, the eddies and currents have collected scores of plastic bottles. This plastic could remain here forever.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fears? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we've shed before? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this weeping shore?
In Norway, scientists are investigating another whale that made headlines when it came into the shallows to die earlier this year. The same species, the same problem. Its stomach stuffed with plastic.
Here you can see that the plastic has jam-packed into the intestine.
The scientists counted 30 pieces in total. This time, ghostly writing on some of the bags gave away their origin.
This is the remains of somebody's shopping, a wrapper from an ice cream, a bag that once contained a frozen chicken, and this, packaging from a multi-pack of crisps. And I can tell from the writing that it's quite clearly from Britain, that it's been in the water as recently as 2015, and at the bottom 2 important symbols. One, that it could have been recycled, and the other, that it should have been disposed of properly.
It's a walker's wrapper. Its only purpose to bundle together 6 bags of crisps.
Do you think that's a necessary use of plastic?
Personally, I don't know. But of course, it's not only the producer here, it's also us, the consumers. We also have to think about what we're doing here.
The sterile swaps, could you like put them into the iodine and then we're just gonna try to clean it? He bit it.
ready already because we probably have to disinfect.
No, no bueno.
Dame la vuelta. Tiene más fuerza. Okay. I need somebody to
Do we have the courage to face the realities of our time and allow ourselves to feel deeply enough that it transforms us and our future? Come with me on a journey through the eye of beauty. Across
across an ocean of grief. And beyond.
Lindsay, isn't that horrible?
You're cataloging and reporting and all that stuff. So yeah, you keep it, or DFO wants it,
So 2 became 3, 3 became 4, 4 became more, and now we are here in week 43 with more than 200 people. And they're all regular volunteers. Mind you, this is not like an event happening on a Saturday and Sunday where people will just come in and next Saturday, Sunday. We have a huge WhatsApp group, everybody's on, and we are all ocean lovers to the core. And that's why we are sticking like a glue for so long.
Can you see the filth? If we don't remove, who's going to remove it? As a citizen, I think somebody has to take a lead. If we start, I'm sure more residents of Versova will come up. And along with BMC's help, we are trying to clear this in the maximum.
There are 19 beaches in Bombay. I'm working on one beach. Our whole group is working on beach. I would want this model to be replicated throughout 18 beaches. In fact, I'm getting phone calls from different locality, and we are actually, my group, whole group, VRVs are bracing up to make sure that this model is replicated all over Mumbai. Clean, decent environment is the only heritage which you're going to pass to the next generation. I hold it in trust for the next generation. And if you are not going to do it now, it will never happen. This is the time, this is now. I would request all Mumbaikar that if they can replicate this model all over 19 beaches.
Our citizens have to be alert and they have to wake up. It's not only blaming BMC, it's our habits. We are dumping things here, we are not putting things in the... If you want Swachh Abhiyan, start it from...
The whales are diving into a sea of plastic bottles, and the bottles were collected from the Bristol 10K race.
It was important to the artist Sue Lipscomb to make this sculpture out of sustainable materials. She used recycled plastics and locally grown willow. There are 70,000 bottles. That means in some way up to 70,000 people have contributed to this art.
I kick off by telling the kids something about whales, and the reaction is just fantastic. They love hearing about how big they are. They really get it. They ask you all sorts of perceptive questions that an adult might not think about, and I really just love the enthusiasm of the pupils. Wouldn't it be great if politicians 40 years down the line still had that same enthusiasm that school children show when they come here? Wouldn't the world be a different place?
Hi, we are Skipping Rocks Lab, and our goal is to make packaging disappear.
Our first product, Ojo, is a membrane that can encapsulate water or any kind of liquids. It's made of seaweed, and it's so natural that it's biodegradable and even edible. Cheers!
Since we started the company in 2014, we've been developing the technology and improving the properties of the material here in Imperial College London. With our industrial partners, we have developed an innovative manufacturing process that can produce Ojos cheaper than plastic bottles.
Ojo is perfect for hydration on the go. Think festivals, marathons, and on the street. For the past 6 months, we've been doing pilot events, and people love it. Now we're ready to take Ojo to bigger audiences, and we're targeting major events such as London Marathon and Glastonbury.
As part of this scale-up, we are developing a manufacturing machine that will produce Ojos automatically. Skipping Rocks Lab is bigger than just Ojo, and we are currently working in our second product, continuing to pioneer the use of seaweed for other sustainable packaging solutions.
Our fast-growing team is composed of chemists and engineers and a strong advisory board. Liz brings the business skills. She has 7 years of professional experience in the finance industry, private equity, and commercial development at BP.
Pierre and Rodrigo both graduated from the Royal College of Art and Imperial College London Masters in Innovation Design Engineering. Pierre was a packaging engineer at L'Oreal, and Rodrigo is an inventor and senior lecturer in product design. So, we are now raising our first round, and that's where you come in. Up until now, we've funded ourselves successfully through grants and awards. But it's time to let everyone share in Skipping Rocks Lab's success and be part of the movement to reduce plastic waste.
You can buy now shares of Skipping Rocks Lab for as little as £10 or as much as you want.
Think outside of the bottle. Invest in Skipping Rocks Lab.